Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Campus Care Debate Competition, a platform where students get to perform and express their views on the topic: will the development of artificial intelligence harm or benefit humankind? We would like to welcome our jury member for the evening, Mr. Sandeep Somsol, Principal, Sai Niketan Central School, Mudhol, Karnataka. I would welcome all the students and all the and our jury member for this competition this evening. The floor is open and anybody could start off.
Good evening, ma'am. Um, as quoted by one of the greatest scientific minds to have ever lived on this planet, Sir Stephen Hawking, the development of full artificial intelligence could spell the end of human race. Good evening, respected members of the jury, the host, my opposition, and my proposition. I'm Abhijay Singh Charak, and I stand in front of you in opposition to artificial intelligence. A coin has two sides. Similarly, AI has both pros and cons. But according to me, the negative aspects of AI most certainly outweigh its pros. There's no denying to the fact that AI has come a long way, but still, it poses a threat to the very essence of humankind. For starters, the very definition of artificial intelligence, according to the Oxford Dictionary, shows that soon enough humans will be replaced by machines. Other issues are that AI-enabled machines are, are high at cost. These machines lack creativity, they kill job employments, and most important of all, they do not understand ethics. Can AI really replace human emotions? Is EQ of no importance anymore? And what about the social values? Now, if this wasn't enough for my esteemed opposition to understand, then I hope the following would suffice. You see, artificial intelligence has pretty often failed human expectations, and instead of easing our lives, it has quite easily done the contrary. For instance, the crash of Ethiopian Airlines, Lion Air, China Airlines, which in all took 601 lives, all because of a simple AI malfunction. In the end, artificial intelligence is unfortunately one of the worst things that could have ever happened to mankind. And I implore you to see the truth, to see the real truth. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhijay. Anybody who would like to continue? Somebody who would like to contradict him?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mannat. I'm here as a representative of Sacred Heart School. So here I am also against this particular topic, ma'am, because as we know that technology has made many of the researches in AI system, but further it is having various adverse effects on our society. For example, now we are talking about technology, though it is a main source of technology in today's world, but somehow it is very costly because when we are developing our AI system, so AI system revolves around a particular predefined data type. But somehow, if we need to make more and more development or integration into it, we need updation. So updated hardware, software, they're really costly, and moreover, it leads to high unemployment as well because it is believed that almost by 2030 almost 40% of the labor will be replaced by artificial intelligence. So that is somehow a greatest drawback of this particular technology. And moreover, if we are treating it in a careless way or if we are talking about malfunctioning, so it is a source of terrorism as well. So not only talking about that, but as we know that bot queue, that is one of the most important aspect of AI system, though it is efficient in writing the reports as well, but somehow it lacks that human touch. Moreover, there is a at the student level, as we all are the students, so it is very important for us to know the adverse effects of technology as well. So it is a source of killing the communication skill, because there is not a level up to the human touch with the creativity of this AI system. So I hope that we may actually indulge out of this problem, because AI system, though it is beneficial, but it is more and more costly than unemployment rate, than illiteracy rate. So somehow we have many of the solutions for it. For example, NLU system. So we that can be applicable in this case. Thank you.
Thank you, Mannat, for putting across your viewpoint. Do we have anybody else who would like to speak against them?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Ah, of course, you are.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Radhika Kataria of Kamal Public School. I'm going to uh, speak for the motion. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is basically the stimulation of human intelligence. In 21st century, we use artificial intelligence knowingly or unknowingly every day. Artificial intelligence has some strong soft artificial intelligence which includes voice assistants such as Alexa, Siri, and strong assistants like the world renowned Tesla car. AI have become part and parcel of our life. And why not? Anything that adds up to the development of humans should be the part of our lives. Any human development requires two major pillars. One is education and other is healthcare. And the good news is that AI is contributing in both of them. In education, automation, personalized learning, dynamic scheduling, and predictive analytical helps in increasing the efficiency of students. Custom books, custom textbooks not only increase the not only helps to save the environment but also help to reduce the laborious tasks done by the humans. AI assisted surgeries help in reducing the chances of error which is there by the human hands. AI is more than a miracle for the disabled people. It has not only made their life comfortable but has also helped them in living with dignity in the society. Many of my fellow opponents have a point that AI lacks human sentiments and emotion, then why it works for humans. So here is a bright hope for you. Black Lemonian, a senior software analyst in Google, have said that Lambda, that is language model for dialogue application, has achieved such assistance. That is, it has human elements of feeling and expressing the emotions. Uh, Google has not specified its stand on it, but there is a ray of hope. AI makes our life convenient, enjoyable, and improve the living standard of human. AI is not only used in education and health care, but also used in sectors such as gaming, social media, agriculture, etc. As the great men say, it is not only how you use it, it is how we use it. AI is going to be a masterpiece solving human problems and beyond. This will take human development beyond the next level and definitely working in the welfare of mankind. For sure. Thank you.
Thank you for expressing your
Ma'am,
views, Radhika. Yeah, somebody would like to say.
actually, I do have a question for Ms. Radhika. Um, she very clearly said that AI has helped us many a times, and I agree with her 100%. But I just wanted to know her views on how MCAS failed that day and which has led to the loss of 600 people's lives. And AI is actually there to support us and to live our life easily, but then it ended up taking lives away from.
Thank you for the question, sir. Sir, everything has some faults. I am really sorry for the loss of the people, and it happened. And it happened. I admit the mistake of the AI, but the mistakes which are done by the humans is much more than what is done by AI. It needs improve. It needs very much improvement. But yes, if we work and use it in a good direction, it will definitely help in the development of the mankind.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhijit sir.
Yes, who would like to go next?
Yeah, ma'am. Can I continue?
Of course, you can.
Yes. Good afternoon, respected jury and my dear friends. I am Mihir Kothari from grade 10 of Friends Academy. With the passing time, man kept evolving modern technology for his needs and comfort. And in today's time, he has moved a step further and created artificial intelligence in different walks of life. Ruling out the use of technology and AI in today's modern world sounds very absurd, but total dependency on it, ignoring the presence of humans itself, sounds insensible. Just like there are two sides of the same coin, we need to draw a line regarding the use of AI. I therefore do not support the view that AI is beneficial to mankind. As in the world, everything is not AI. There is something called as EQ, emotional quotient. We have been brought into this world by our parents who nurture and love us. They are our creators. Can anybody replace them? No. Just like humans are the creators of AI, AI cannot replace its creators. We are the superior race and cannot let machines overpower us and threaten our own very existence. AI will bring about mechanical development, but social development will be hampered, leading to problems like social discrimination, rising unemployment, and loss of human touch. So, I believe that man is better than machine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mihir, for expressing your views. Who's about to go next? And is there anybody who would like to interject?
Am I audible?
Yes, Payal.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. I, Payal, a student of class Kamal Public Senior Secondary School, would like to speak up on this topic. Intelligence is nothing but the intelligence demonstrated by the machines. Most of the reports agree that the artificial intelligence does not represent emotions like love or hate. Day by day, this is developing the technology of the artificial intelligence, and it is very costly as there are several machines that are being used into them. If it is programmed into wrong hands, it can destroy the whole world, and it is uncontrollable by the humans. The unemployment rate is also rapidly increasing. This is due to a single machine can perform the work done by thousands of workers. The workers are getting poor day by day, and the gap between the rich and the poor is adversely increasing. Humans are becoming lazy and impatient due to this. We are also degrading our skills and human knowledge as well. We are getting addicted to such kind of inventions, which is not good for the development of our country. One of the interview, the robot of America called as Sophia said that she will destroy the humans as for. We humans must be concerned about this and make up strict action regarding this. We cannot even imagine how many machines we are using in them. We must not be dependent on these machines for the development of our country or the nations. At last, I would like to say that artificial intelligence is not beneficial for us, but it is really very harmful. So reduce the uses of the machine in your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Payal, for expressing your views. Do we have the floor is open to interject? Is there anybody who would like to interject?
Ma'am, I have a question for Ms. Payal.
Sure, Akhileshwar.
Ms. Payal, don't you think that AI can provide better services to us humans, because AIs don't need time to sleep, don't need time for rest, don't need lunch breaks within work time, and can provide 24/7 services?
Okay. So I'll answer this question. I feel that more its advantages, we have disadvantages regarding this. You said that it is helping for development and works 24/7 and whatnot, but we can also see that now that it is degrading our own skills, which is very most important. We are the ones that are creating them, but what about our development? We are not able to develop, rather we are degrading our skills. So I think it is more harmful than beneficial for us. Thank you.
I hope this answers your question. So who's going next?
Can I continue?
Yeah, sure.
AI is in a golden age and solving problems that were once in the realm of sci-fi. A warm greetings to everyone present in this virtual meet. Today, I, Kushi, am here to express my views for the motion. Yes, I totally agree that the development of artificial intelligence will definitely benefit the humankind. Though artificial intelligence has become a very common term nowadays. But for the unversed, artificial intelligence or AI is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computer programs. There are ample features that allow AI to slip into almost every industry, blend with its system, and help it progress rapidly. Let's talk about some of them in detail and how they play a significant role in making our lives easier and better. Firstly, AI provides humans a great relief from doing various repetitive tasks. The technology learns the work once and repeats it as many times as desired by its human programmer. Hence, automation of different tasks reduces the workload of dull and repetitive tasks. This helps in increasing the productivity of industries by decreasing the time consumption for such tasks. Secondly, AI is capable of dealing with complex tasks without needing regular human supervision. It can take care of multiple functions simultaneously. For instance, an AI based system that is designed to shortlist candidates for an interview by reading their CVs can also send emails to communicate the interview date and time without any human intervention. Thirdly, AI is exceptionally good with estimation and prediction mainly because it can memorize large data entries without any mistake and make its own decision based on past patterns that it has recorded. Moreover, an AI based weather forecast system is considered more reliable than human forecasting. Last but not the least, machines that are integrated with AI are highly efficient. The assurance of error-free productivity is 99.9% in the case of AI system because unlike human beings, they do not forget. Thus, AI is better at aiming its focus and staying with it throughout without distracting. Now, I would like to rest my arguments with the words of Max Tegmark, the president of the Future of Life Institute. Everything we love about civilization is a product of intelligence. So, amplifying our human intelligence with artificial intelligence has the potential of helping civilization flourish like never before, as long as we manage to keep the technology beneficial. Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a question for Miss Kushi. That as she told that it can be multiple task purposes can be used in form of AI. Then what about
Mannat,
human
Mannat,
labor?
Mannat, you're not visible. Yes, Mannat.
Now I'm visible.
Yes, yes.
I'm just telling that as she told that it can be used for multiple task purposing, then what about unemployment? Because as we know that updation is very costly. Secondly, if went in wrong hands, it can lead to terrorism. And moreover, that as you told that it is beneficial for us, then there can be an unemployment rate as well. So what is the solution for it?
Yeah, there are many disadvantages of this, but if we use it in good direction, in a good way, it will be more beneficial for us than all these disadvantages.
Ma'am, actually, I also have a question for Miss Kushi.
Abhijit, you need to, yeah.
So the question is the fact that I'm totally against whatever Miss Kushi said, and the fact that artificial intelligence is helping humankind is totally out of the world because, for all I know, Boeing used artificial intelligence to kill 600 people. Bashar al-Assad, the dictator of Syria, is using artificial intelligence to do all sorts of atrocities on its people. Um, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Hezbollah, Mujahideen, these terrorist organizations are using artificial intelligence to kill people. Putin used artificial intelligence to wage a war on Ukraine. I totally do not understand how artificial intelligence in any way possible helping humankind as a whole. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yes, Mihir.
actually, I do have a question for Miss Kushi.
Ma'am, I actually still am
Yeah,
waiting for my.
Khushi, we are waiting for your answer. We have another question for you. Khushi?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. As I said, there are many disadvantages. They're killing AI is killing people, but it's also beneficial for some other people. Also, it helps us in many ways.
Ma'am, that does not answer my question. That totally does not answer my question. If you are against artificial intelligence, why did you like spend 1.5 minutes favoring artificial intelligence?
And Miss Kushi, it is moreover even killing the creativity among humans. So the answer that you gave me was not that appropriate. So just can you justify me that how, as you told, that it is beneficial for us, but according to me, it is killing human creativity as well. So what can be your probable reason as you told that it is beneficial for us? So can you have proper adequate answer for that? Thank you.
And adding to whatever Ms. Mannat said, artificial intelligence is not only killing human creativity, it is killing human beings. And before anything else comes humanism, the basic harmony that people need to have. Whereas artificial intelligence is showing none.
Khushi, would
Yeah,
you like?
artificial intelligence.
Yes, Khushi.
Yes,
Continue.
ma'am. Ma'am, artificial intelligence is killing many people, but it dramatically improved the efficiencies of our workplace. We can also see its advantages. It is capable of dealing many complex tasks without any need of humans.
Miss
So
Kushi, that
you
only
are
I'm asking you. What
technically
about unemployment in India? That is only my question. As you told that without human beings, so it is just destroying the communication skill and creativity of human beings. So there is no interaction between human world and machine, though we are the makers of that. I'm having that same question. I'm asking what is the solution for that?
moreover
Can I?
the answer of Ms. Khushi technically led its way to the fact that she is, I think, in favor of killing of human beings from artificial intelligence.
I
Can
totally
I
agree with
answer
Mr.
in favor of this question asked by you?
By
Radhika.
me, Miss Radhika?
Yeah, so
Yes.
if Radhika, you would like to answer, I not like to have a cross questioning back and forth. Let me,
Ma'am, I want to answer. Can I?
yeah, Khushi, you go first.
I totally agree, but it also provides job to many engineers. It needs the best technical staff, and it needs to be used judicially. AI is used to save our own country when needed.
Radhika, would you like to add on something?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead.
Ma'am, as one of my
Switch on the video.
okay, ma'am. As one of my fellow mate has asked that artificial intelligence is killing human creativity. So my answer for that is it is not killing the human creativity. Why we have to add everything into the artificial intelligence space? We can keep the artificial intelligence and human creativity differently. Artificial intelligence work in a different way. And one more question put up, that communication gap. We see social media platforms which we use, such as Instagram, is totally based upon the artificial intelligence, but the communication skills which which some people are, like content creators, are developing from there is for sure admirable. And the one thing that they said, that what about the employment? We cannot even imagine how much employment these platforms are giving to people. People now are known as content creator, Instagrammer, YouTuber. It is giving a lot of employment to the people and providing them a platform for performing their human creativity with the help of artificial intelligence. That's my point. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Though I
Radhika.
still not,
Miss
though I
Radhika,
still
I
did not get
totally
my
agree with you,
answer,
but can
but
you just
we may.
tell me the answer of this question? That as you told that Instagram or social media websites, wherever we go on Instagrams or anything, you told that that is a proper way of communication. But what about ethics? There are no ethics. We come across many of the malfunctioning of these apps by the people, abusive languages, no ethics. So, what are your viewpoints on that? That is a main concern in today's world of social media.
Ma'am, Manat ma'am, as there is different type of people everywhere. When we are going to interact via human in offline meetings or something, we are having ill elements there as well, and the same goes with the social media platforms. We cannot eliminate the negative things completely from the world we are living in, but what we can try to do is to reduce. We have options like reporting, blocking, and many things. Yes, there are complexities in the social media world, but the new space it is providing is what is very admirable. That's my answer.
Ma'am, I think that about Instagram and Snapchats, I feel that earlier, when the time when these apps were not available, we would like on Diwalis we would go and meet our fellow friends and relatives. So the social touch is just lost. So what about these apps and what about the ethics also do not mean anything.
I guess we have a lot of questions about this particular thing and just make a pass on it and keep it for later. Do we have anybody else who would like to express their views?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Akhilesh.
Predicting the future is not magic, it's artificial intelligence. Greetings, everyone. I'm Akhilesh Singh Chadak, representing Rich House School, Jammu, and today I stand in favor of artificial intelligence. A software which makes our life easier and reduces our workload can be called artificial intelligence. Can you imagine a life without social media or navigation or apps or smartphones themselves? Let's be honest here. No one of our generation can. Moreover, does your phone not make things easier for you? If there was no such thing as AI, we would not have studied during the two previous academic sessions and could not even have this debate competition right now. I don't quite understand why anyone here is against artificial intelligence. It has a billion benefits, a few of which are: first, it can help eradicate corruption. An example is the collecting of fines and income taxes through artificial intelligence itself. Second, it can eliminate humans from doing complex tasks. Repetitive and complex tasks at times get so boring that mistakes are commonplace, and that's where AI comes into play. Artificial intelligence can help improve weather forecasting. Remember 2017 and 2019, the wildfires destroyed hundreds and thousands of acres of land. AI never sleeps. It is always there on call. Unlike humans, it does not require rest or sleep. It does not require lunch breaks and bathroom breaks during work hours and can hence provide 24x7 services. It is a common trope that AI will one day be the end of humanity, as robots and machines will either deskill, destroy, or enslave us all. However, what is usually ignored is the fact that the incorporation of artificial intelligence in our daily lives could help free us. Artificial intelligence in our daily life could help free us from many responsibilities that we do not want or need. while there are some very real concerns about the potential to eliminate or make some types of jobs redundant. AI could also open entirely new areas of work. The application of artificial intelligence in businesses will also force the job market to evolve itself, which, with the right preparation, could be a great thing. From various maintenance and supporting roles to entirely new careers not yet dreamed of, the widespread adoption of artificial intelligence could be a brighter future for all of us. So I say that instead of being scared of artificial intelligence and making excuses, we should view it as yet another chapter in the process of human evolution. We try it for once and not make presumptions. It might be the new and better normal. So I think that we should all take some time and think about artificial intelligence one more time. Thank you.
I have a question to Mr. Akhileshwar. So my question is simple and straightforward. Uh, how is artificial intelligence helping people when it is simply killing people? I didn't get my answer from the previous two contestants. I hope that I get it from you.
You use examples of Al Qaeda and many other terrorist organizations that uses artificial intelligence to kill many innocent people. But I believe artificial intelligence is just like a knife, a tool. It can be used either to stab someone or it can be used to create a great piece of art. It is upon us how we use it.
That was a bit presumptuous for you to say because of course when we talk of Al Qaeda and Mujahideen, they are using AI to do various atrocious things to the people. Moreover, about when we talk about what are your viewpoints on Russo-Ukrainian war, and what are your point of view on artificial intelligence being used to promote racial discrimination than eradicating it?
So did my previous answer not answer your question? Because that's what I said. Artificial intelligence is a tool. It can be used either in a positive way or a negative way. It is upon us how we use it. The terrorist organization decided to use it in a negative way to do atrocities on people. But it is upon us how we use it. Once again.
And then
Mr.
what is your view?
Akhilesh,
What
as
is
you
your
told
point of
that
view?
it
Manat,
depends
just
upon
a second. Just a second. I didn't get the answer to the question about how AI is increasing the gap between racial discrimination than eradicating it altogether.
I think all these questions lead to one answer, which I'm repeating one again and again, that AI is just a tool, isn't it? It is just a tool. It is upon you how you use it. It is upon the people who use it.
I didn't get my answer, but anyways.
Okay, Mr. Akhilesh, as you told that it depends upon us, the way we use it. As you told that it can lead to development. Okay, for instance, if I agree with you, we know that there is a growing unemployment rate, and for its development, we need high amount of money, financial as well. So, don't you think that it can lead to financial crises even at a time when it is leading to unemployment and terrorism at the same time? So, it can lead to financial crisis also. So, what is the solution for that?
I think it does not provide unemployment, as I mentioned in my speech also, that it can create new areas of employment which we have not yet dreamed of. So let's try it for once, and if it does not work out, let's give it up. But we cannot make presumptions without trying.
See, AI is divided into further three groups, and it is believed that they are replacing labors by 30%. Even one AI machine is applicable for replacing about five labors at the same time. So, how can you say that we can just leave it for once and we can just try? I not got the appropriate answer.
don't you believe that in the future the theory applies, the survival of the fittest? The one who is at the top remains at the top, and the ones on the bottom rung keep getting removed. And that's why the theory of the survival of the fittest comes into play. AI will remove the ones who are in the bottom rung, but the intelligent ones, the educated ones, the literate ones will help for the development of the mankind.
So I really don't appreciate your Nazi ideology about removing the people from the bottom ranks and promoting the people who are in some ways at higher places in the social hierarchy. Um, Artificial, and that is what I have been saying. Artificial intelligence is trying to dismantle the races, the lower black or colored races, and it is only and only promoting the European, the Aryan, and the American races. That was my question, and you in some ways answered. You in some ways didn't answer it, but you came along with me in support of that fact. Thank you.
I believe that we should not be scared of it. Don't be scaredy cats. Instead, we should view it as yet another chapter of process of human evolution and not make presumptions.
All right. Do we have anybody who would like to speak and express their views?
Ma'am, I would like to. Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Dia, yeah.
Hello to one and all present here. I would like to start from a quote. The power of artificial intelligence is so incredible that it will change the society in some very deep way. This is said by a billionaire, the co-founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates. Furthermore, 77% of Americans express that there would have been very positive or mostly positive impact to people within next 10 years. Furthermore, had the phrase human error was born because humans make mistakes from time to time. However, computers do not. So errors can be reduced and the chance of reaching accuracy would be higher. Using using AI technologies and machines, we can make decisions faster and the actions would be taken out quicker. We all have played the chess games in the CPUs in hard mode because of the AI behind that game. It is the best possible step in very short time according to the algorithm used behind it. So I would like to conclude that the AI AI is very beneficial to our society and to our mankind, which will further help our planet Earth and will make it a perfect planet for us to live. Thank you.
All right. Do we have anybody else?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, Navneet.
Ma'am, first of all, I did like to start with a quote by the man himself who had invented AI in 1950, John McCarthy. Every learning feature or anything can, in principle, be so precisely described that a machine could be made to simulate it. It's true. Most of my oppositions did say that AI helps us like this, AI helps us like that. Well, that's all true. But as every better version even has its darker version, even AI has some disadvantages. First of all, I did start with a common topic of unemployment. Many people are literally replacing the minimum qualified with robots, not thinking of what could happen ahead. Amazon itself is using machines to transfer parcels from one rack to the other. What if the rack is broken and the machine does hit the rack in some way and it could cause mass destruction? Did they ever think of it? No. Secondly, AI does not have any emotions. If it's ordered to kill, it would kill, even if it was the one who had invented it. The main attribute in team management is team bonding, but AI clearly lacks it. Again, then I would like to say the higher costs as hardware and software need to be continuously updated because of the latest versions coming. They even require cost. In just maintaining them or servicing them or repairing them, plenty of costs are used. People even think that these expensive things are quite helpful to them and would make them look rich and classy. But did they ever for even once think that how much is it costing them? What is it doing to them? How is it helping? No, they did never. Then it is even making humans lazy. Normally, people used to go down and buy vegetables, maybe meet a friend, crack a joke or two, and enjoy those joyful moments and go home with smiling faces. But currently, you can just order vegetables online. Why do you need to go down? Why do you need to exercise? Everything can be done on your phone. Still. And lastly, I would like to conclude with a thing that AI is helping us to stop corruption, but on the other hand, it is even promoting corruption. It's good to know that your phone can access your bank account and you can make online transactions at any time you want. But on the other hand, the hacker is sitting and he could hack into your online net banking account and take all the money from you. It has in this case has even led to suicides, but still people continue using AI. I never understand that why would you like to promote a thing which is promoting to killing you.
Are you done, Navneet?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do we have any?
I would like,
Yes, Radhika.
ma'am, I would like to ask question from Mr. Navneet.
Could you just switch on your video?
Yeah, ma'am, sure.
Yeah, you may go ahead.
Mr. Navneet, you said that artificial intelligence has led us to not live a healthy lifestyle and not exercising. I will give you an instance. In during the 2 year long pandemic, we have many people who exercised and work with the help of machines at their own homes, and these machines have developed. Why you have to waste so much time going outside? And during the pandemic, these machines have helped a lot of people. Many people who were obese or were dealing with some kind of problem before lockdown have came out of it very beautifully. So how can you blame AI for not leading people to good lifestyle? It is their mindset and laziness. What's your view on it?
I did like to say obesity and becoming fat, not exercising, is not the only problem. Well, let's take the example of our eyes. Each and every eye doctor had said that one should reduce the usage of phone or laptop except their school usage so that no problem comes into their eyes. Maybe you have heard of the cataract surgery and many other eye problems.
Not completely satisfies me, but yeah, the problem is there. But what you mentioned in your viewpoint was that it uh, make the lifestyle of the people poor. But yeah, the eye problem, I completely get it. But the way you were saying for exercising and not a good lifestyle doesn't satisfies me.
A good lifestyle includes one's not only mental health but their physical health too. It's true, you said it correct that AI had helped us.
All right. Do we
Ma'am,
have
I
any?
would like to ask a question for
Ma'am,
Navneet.
I'm continuing in that.
Sure.
That I would like to ask to Miss Radhika Kataria, why was the statement that the school should reduce their lectures to 2 to 3 hours online released? Was it because they had fun in doing that?
So I have never made a point that AI is completely helping in the mental or physical health of the people. It was you who mentioned that it is not. Yes, it is completely a good step to make that the school lecture should be limited, because the time students spend on mobile phones or their laptop for lectures is not good for their eyes and their mind space also, because after that the student feel tired as hell. So we can I am not saying that it is not beneficiary, that they are doing it for fun, but the my point was that you said that it is not AI is making people lazy or not with a good lifestyle. My point is just that.
But now you are going back on it. You are saying that yes, it is true that AI can cause eye problems. In that way, you are depreciating the usage of AI. You are just going back on your point.
But on the other hand, it has its benefits also. We have machines which help the people to do the exercise in the home. Who knows, the pandemic like situation or any other crisis come to us and we are not able to go outside, then what will we be doing with our health and exercising thing?
For this, I did like to give an example of my own relative. He was just using the treadmill, and just because of a small malfunction, he fell and he broke his back. Now, it was not his mistake, it was the AI's mistake. Can you explain it? Why did this happen?
Rightly
Yes,
said, sir. Rightly said, Mr. Navneet. And so was the case with the MCAS, maneuvering characteristics augmentation system. You might have heard of it because you guys are speaking very highly of artificial intelligence. So I'm supposing that you people might have heard of MCAS and how its malfunction led to the deaths of so many people. Um, and the fact that you are again and again appreciating and telling us that artificial intelligence is being used very nicely in helping cure people's disease and stuff, it is just taking their lives. It is just taking that. There's no denying to the fact that artificial intelligence is a curse, and it is the worst thing that have ever happened to mankind. What has happened to the social values? What have happened to the EQ? The importance of EQ, has it gone? Has it all gone in vain? This is what I'm trying to convey to each and every one of you out there, that artificial intelligence is bad. Over here, well, in Navneet's case, somebody fell from the treadmill. In my case, 600 people died because of artificial intelligence. In my case, thousands of people have already died because of the use of artificial intelligence. So there's no fun in supporting artificial intelligence because it has disadvantages and disadvantages only. Thank you.
I did like to continue with what Mr.
And
Abhijay said.
Radhika, as you
Wait a
told
second.
that talking about health issues, as you told that regarding the health issues, you know that whenever we go for any of the proper health, doctors suggest us that we should be away from our mobiles as well. And as you told about exercises during pandemic, I think the simplest and the most fittest exercise for us can be staying away from mobile, having morning walk, proper diet, and yoga. I don't think that yoga has any relevance with artificial intelligence. It gives us a peace of mind that in today's world, each and every student requires the most.
Even I feel that Navneet's point is right because many people in the pandemic face psychological disorders. And how would that AI cure psychological disorders?
Can I answer?
Yes, Radhika.
Ma'am, my point is to all the opponents who have asked my point, as the one mentioned that every one of them mentioned that every coin has two sides. Truly said. So why are you only looking into the bad side? I am just stating that AI has its own mismanagements and problems, but it is not completely bad. This is what I am trying to say. Yes, keeping away from the mobile phone can, like for the people with insomnia who cannot sleep at time, they are suggested to keep their mobile phones away. But at the same time, at night when everyone is sleeping, and if they are not getting the peace of mind, as one of my fellow mates mentioned about the yoga, they can just simply listen to the chantings of the Om mantra and different things via artificial intelligence only. These are the different, and the one which is repeatedly mentioned, that the life of 600 people was taken away. Do we know that how many people die of accident throughout the world every day? There are many. Faults can be done by anyone. But the major thing is how it is developing, how the thing is getting developed, and how it is going to be in the future. Yes, it did make the problems, but it is not that it is completely bad or something like that. As one of my fellow mate earlier mentioned, that the terrorist groups like Mujahideens and other are using artificial intelligence. So the governments of many big nations are doing, and which helps in the protection of the citizens. For example, there are many cases in which the terrorists have planned, but the intelligence of the country know it previously, and it didn't came to the limelight. If it didn't came to the limelight, that doesn't mean that it hasn't happened. That is all from my side. Thank you.
Since
So,
you yet again, just a second, Navneet, you yet again said that so is the country's army using artificial intelligence, etc., etc. Can you just tell me one instance where artificial intelligence was used to fail a terrorist plot? Because for once, I can tell you a lot of incidents on how artificial intelligence has led to various terrorist attacks, starting from various drone strikes of via Pakistani terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir, including one on the army bases in Sunjwan. And that was with the help of artificial intelligence. And yeah.
Well, I would like to continue with Mr. Abhijay that, yeah, okay, so let's leave those 601 people who died in a plane crash. Let's keep it aside. Many people have suicided because just some person used AI to hack into their net banking accounts and take all the money that was in it.
So
What about the deaths of those people?
I have repeatedly mentioned that I completely believe that there are limitations in the AI. And one of the fellow mates earlier who was in the support of AI said that the fittest will survive. I completely condemn that belief, that Nazist belief. I completely condemn that. What I am trying to say is that AI is developing day by day. One thing you mentioned, yes, there are cases when there are a gang of defamers who molest women on the social media, and it leads to takes a very big toll on them. But at the same time, the AI is developing. For example, nowadays it has some privacies and privacy locks. Many things can be done. And one thing that the sir mentioned, that he said, when I uh, to me, that give the example then, that when some terrorist attack is stopped by the government using artificial intelligence. As I have said earlier, artificial the national security of the country is the thing which remains classified, and the thing which don't came to limelight doesn't mean that it has not take place. Many things we don't know about that. I can mention some of them, but I don't have evident proof of it to give to you, so I will not mention the classified thing which have uh, sometimes came across me, but I can definitely say that it had happened. And the one you mentioned about the Pakistani drone coming into India, I would like to draw your attention toward that. Many Indian drones went to Pakistan during the surgical strike, one that was that happened in the Uri, and the government has confirmed it.
Well, first of all, I did like to say that you are going back on your point. Secondly, how can privacy, like hackers are just hacking into accounts, they're losing all their money, they're suiciding. Is this what is called privacy? Or else you are just doing something, you're watching something, but someone is actually seeing what you are doing. How can this come under privacy?
And moreover, the fact that you believe that there are no specific evidence. Since you don't have evidence to various things you just said to answer my question, and since you don't have any valid proof, I think that your theory of various things that you just tried to answer are totally baseless because and yeah, the one thing that you rightly said was that various drones and using AI, India used it on Pakistan. And that is the point that I'm trying to draw everyone's attention to, that artificial intelligence is being used for destruction. India used it to cause destruction in Pakistan. Pakistan and terrorists are using it to cause destruction in India and various parts of the world. That is what I'm saying. Thank you for supporting.
Uh, for you, it might be a destruction, but for me, it is a matter of my nation's national security. And here we are talking about the AI. Anything which is used in the world has its pro and con. It's we who decide how to use it. Terrorists are using these to devastate or destruct the life of the people, and the governments of not only India, other are using for their national security.
All right, do we have somebody who hasn't expressed their views? This interjection will keep on going. Now it's gone to cross questioning. So, do we have somebody who hasn't expressed their views as of now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Cable.
Good evening, all. I would first like to start with the quote that necessity is the mother of invention. There was a necessity for artificial intelligence, that is why it was invented. Then some people confuse AI with like robots. And first, let me explain what is AI. AI is the machine displayed intelligence that helps human behavior of thinking, and it can be trained to solve some specific problems. As per statistics, 37% of the organizations have implemented AI in some or the other form. By 2025, 95% of the customer interactions will be powered by AI. Uh,
Nice.
all the new innovations which you see, just like driverless cars, is all powered by AI. So this is very helpful because if there is some absence of a driver, then uh, our work cannot be stopped. So this is very indeed helpful. And there are two sides of a coin. You have to accept both with that, and so you can't just argue with the negative side of the AI. And you were talking about the 600 people which died, but due to human fault, more than 1,000 people have died. So, do you have an answer to that? Thank you.
I have a question for Keval. So I would like to ask you that, by using AI, we are becoming lazy day by day, we are becoming impatient day by day, and we are relying on the AI for even a basic necessity like for cleaning the house you're using vacuum cleaners, for washing the utensils we have machines. Don't you feel this is too much? We are becoming very lazy, very impatient because these machines are doing our work in fraction of second. So what are your views in that? I would like to know. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. I agree to your point, but after we sorry. But not only laziness, it that basic task if AI performs, then we can focus on the important task like our work, and this is very the AI is beneficial for us instead.
I would also like to add up to Payal that even you are saying that the drivers should be replaced by AI. So are you trying to make more unemployment here?
In future, everyone would be educated, so uh, like no one would just try to become a driver or a laborer. So who will do this task? There needs to be someone to perform this task for the betterment of humans. There should be AI.
Do you think that
Uh,
everyone has the cost to go and educate themselves, and so they would have more money to buy AI? Like AI is nothing for some 100 rupees or so that they could buy and achieve it.
so on top of what
I would
Mahir
like
said,
to.
I wanted to say that yeah, replacing drivers with AI, very ingenious idea indeed. But when you come to think of it, recently only I was going through the news when I came across this specific article wherein on LA Expressway or someplace, a Tesla got caught on was on fire. That was AI. That was AI. And then, yeah, yes, I am again and again saying that 600 people died because this is not a small number. And yes, human life is more, so much more important than any other thing. But it was because of AI that 600 people died, because of the malfunction of MCAS system on that Boeing jet that the people died. And then there's unemployability, and then there is issues regarding then there is failed surgeries because of AI. So I don't really understand why you really have to support artificial intelligence, whereas where it has only caused destruction and it will cause devastation. Full stop.
Due to the fear of
Yeah, I
destruction, we
just
cannot
wanted
stop
to add
inventing.
upon this point, as my friend earlier told that it leads to privacy in today's world. I don't agree with that point because today's world we have many of the malfunctionings. Hacking is there, trojans, bombs. So they are continuously taking all and all information regarding our personal life. So I don't agree with that privacy factor at all. Moreover, as we have many of our ID proofs as well, for example, Aadhaar card or PAN card, many cards that we have that represent us as a citizen of India, our sign is not only just our identity for us, it can be authenticated, it can be assessed to know all our financial information. It does not support privacy factor at all. So I don't agree with that point said by Miss Radhika earlier. So that was my point. I wanted to just conclude it. So that is, I'm just not telling that it cannot be solutionized. We need to focus upon the solutions to this problem which are created by artificial intelligence before it becomes more and more adverse for us. Thank you.
And I would also like to add that you say everybody would be educated in a few years. If there is unemployment, they can't earn. For education, you need money. If you can't earn, how will you pay for your education? Even if you take a loan, how would you pay for the loan? You don't have any option to earn.
Ma'am, I would
There
like
are many.
to go against Navneet's point. Uh, as as AI works, there's something called as a person, a human being within your language who supports AI and who stands and watches AI do its work. It's also employment, and we can earn from it. We can see the it's a proper working and functioning of the AI and take care of it. And secondly, as Sir Abhijay said that there are 601 people got killed by AI. I would like to say that have you heard about Sir Abhay? It is the most dangerous job in the world, digging 12 kilometers deep into the Earth's crust and finding solids and crystals of different materials. This can be easily performed of AI and can mitigate and can save many people's life as people who have to do that job can be taken and replaced by those AIs, and the AIs can go and work in the place of the geochemists and people won't die due to it.
I would like to disagree with what Miss Dia Sangvi said. Okay, for mining machines are used, but what if there is a malfunction in the machine? There is someone behind the machine. If it blasts, there would be a death. If it mines at a wrong place, there could be like anything could happen. There could be a disaster. How are you sure?
And I totally agree with what Navneet just said. On top of which, again, AI is being used for mining also you are exploiting natural resources. So you are using AI to exploit natural resources. That is again ethically wrong. And so in my speech also I just mentioned that AI does not know ethics. It does not understand ethics.
All right. Do we have anybody who's left and who would like to express their views and who hasn't spoken?
Ma'am, I would like to say something.
We'll get back to interjections later. Is there anybody who hasn't spoken for or against the motion? Do we have anybody who hasn't got a chance to speak about? Jashanpreet or Mantej, maybe, if we have them. All right, Dia, you wanted to say something, you can continue.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to say something that, as I first mentioned in my speech, that computers that program during the mining, the machines, the people behind the machines work and manual there would be no any problem or any disaster as Navneet said in his lines, no disaster in mining. If the person behind the AI would work properly.
I would like to question Miss Dia about that.
Mihir, could you switch on your video, please?
Yes. So I would like to ask you a question that why I think so AI is human intelligence is put into that machine. So something more based upon that example, if you can talk, because we are talking about our future, which will get overpowered by by AIs like which have their intelligence on their own and they can certain our own existence.
And I would also like
In
to add that AI can only do what it is programmed to. It does not understand any emotions. Plus, the main attribute of teamwork or team management is to have a bond between the team. How can AI understand emotions or have a bond with their team?
there are robots which are programmed in such a way, which are made in such a way that they show emotions to the humans and we possess as humans at any particular time when we need it. And as Mihir said that not about the mining, but is it necessary to go deep into the Pacific Ocean and find the deepest spot and where the oil is so the waterproof drones or any other AI robot can be sent over there and we can know what's in the deep dark or in the deep dark oceans in the deepest part of it.
As you said that AI will have emotions. So if I treat AI badly, so it should feel bad and it should have some revenge against me. So this will create a revenge against the AI will have revenge against the humans. As you say that AI will have emotions.
And you're going
Exactly.
back
If
on
it
your
is good to
point.
robots, they will give you back the good. If you treat them bad, of course they will take revenge because they are built in such a way with human nature. As a fellow mate said that it's do not show any human emotions. So they are robots which are made. If
I would
Mihir, you do anything bad to the robot, if you treat it badly, it would surely take revenge. As it's a quote that if you
Okay,
give
so
good, you get good.
okay, so Dia, from whatever I could understand from whatever you said, is that if I go right now and hug my phone, will my phone hug me back? Is it possible? If it is, I would like to really try it. So, on a serious note, it is not possible. And robots or any anything made out of artificial intelligence has no emotions, has no ethics, and it simply kills jobs for human beings, the people who created AI.
Even I would have like to
I
add
would
up.
also like to add on.
Yeah, I would like to add up that you are saying that it would surely take revenge. Then why there is a need for AI? We already have so many other problems in our own world. So can't why can't we just sort it out first? Why do you need AI? The topic was that AI will benefit you, and you are only saying that AI would and they would take revenge. Aren't you only going on your point?
Yeah, adding on
Plus,
to this point,
how
I would
does
even
AI know that
like
what is
tell
going
you
on
that
in Mihir's
it was
mind?
in 1975. In 1975, in Chashlana district, it is in Jharkhand, due to artificial intelligence factor, resource factory in mine, as you told, the collector pipe was bit affected, and it was due to negligence in artificial intelligence that water pipe just collapsed and it led to the huge blast within the coal mine factory. More than 475 people died over there. So it was just a negligence. And even coming back to the point of my team members like Mr. Navneet and Mr. Abhijay, you told that artificial intelligence are beneficial for us for extraction of natural resources. We are extracting the natural resources of our own country by artificial intelligence, which are further just devastating our own lives. So, how can you just collaborate these 2 points? Can you have any specific justification for that? Because the justification that you gave to Mr. Abhijay was not that justified according to me. So, can you just have a proper justification for that?
I would like to add upon something what Miss Mannat has said, that she mentioned an incident in 1975 during a coal mine. I would like to draw your attention on what happened in Bhopal during Bhopal gas tragedy. There was no involvement of AI in that. There was simply the gas put in the containers, and it was the mistakes of humans, and thousands of people died, and till now they are suffering. The offsprings which the people there have are born with some kind of disabilities. There was no use of artificial intelligence, and it is clearly said in the report that the people who were working there sense that it was some kind of wrong thing was happening. But uh, we cannot do not bother about it just because being lazy, what was mentioned in the report. So how can we say that this thing cannot happen with a human and only with artificial intelligence?
Miss Radhika, I would like to add upon, as you are just telling, you're focusing, your main topic is on, as you're just having a implication that it is benefit for us. I would like to add upon that Bhopal tragedy, as you told, but when those people, those injured people were taken to the hospitals, as you are in the benefit of artificial intelligence, the stereoscopic oxygen cylinders were not available there. They were available, but some of them were infected, which even led to more and more deaths within one night. So, what are your viewpoints on that? So now that is not a human negligence.
And on top of whatever Manna just said, so that means that everybody who is favoring AI, now it is official, that you people, though there was this treaty signed in United Nations General Assembly on nuclear proliferation, and yet AI is being used to invent ICBMs and uranium enriched nuclear missiles. And recently only, Iran is has like enough enriched uranium to make itself a nuclear missile, and so does North Korea, which is a serious issue of global security. Um, so that means that you guys are totally in favor of artificial intelligence in helping make nuclear missiles.
Yeah, I totally agree with Mr. Vijay. We can't ignore the deaths of the people that are happening because there is not only a single person who died, the family has to suffer behind. Moreover, adding upon the artificial intelligence is just killing our imagination power that is actually required in students' life. We can't, it is a major problem within among the students these days that is really need to be focused upon.
All right, so these interjection and these cross questioning will keep happening. I hope everybody's answered and everybody has put across their thoughts and views about whatever for or against the motion they are, sitting here and speaking for. Sir, I would like to have some words from you as we would like to, conclude the session. Sandeep, sir.
I'm sorry, ma'am, I did not hear you. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, sir. So I'm saying, sir, a lot of expressions have come across with this debate, wherein people are against and for the motion. So is there anything that you would like to add on?
Yeah, give me 2 minutes of time. I'll just come back.
All right. Yes, a lot of people have talked about artificial intelligence, whether it should, come up as a good part or does it have a, bad impact on the society or as a world altogether. A lot of views, a lot of expressions wherein people have told that if it comes, it'll, impact the entire mankind, humankind, or it'll, destroy the thinking power of everybody. And there are people who've come across with the fact that they'll come up with, it'll be helpful in corruption, complete complicated tasks, monotonous tasks humankind cannot, fulfill or doesn't want to go ahead with. So we have a lot of discussions and various views of these millenniums who keep on talking about certain topics that we keep coming up with. So this is what our aim is, to explore and have people explore whatever there's in the world out there, speak about it, think about it, and talk about it. That's how communication happens, and that's how people interact with each other and learn how to express their views, how to put across a thought in a very, very sophisticated manner. So thank you everyone and every student out there who's been so kind and generous of not, uh, overboarding everybody's thoughts and expressions, but waiting for their turn to speak on. While we wait for sir to speak something. Sir, do we have you now? Meanwhile, somebody wanted to say something. There was somebody who wanted to say something, right? And I stopped that particular person.
Can I say something?
Yes, Keval.
A negative mindset cannot help in human growth because should stay and it is the suppose you are scared about the disadvantages of technology, then there should not have been airplanes. People should go from one place to another in cars. With, for the fear of malfunction in technology, it should not stop technology.
I would just like to conclude it by saying that we first do not make mistakes. By doing progress, we know our mistakes. Right now, we have understood our mistakes. So we are here to say that AI is not able to benefit humans. Mistakes makes the man perfect.
All right. Thank you for expressing and concluding. Sir, do we have, sir, are you with us? Do we have your comments and views about the same?
Children, I was talking to them because I'm in school. I'm in school right now, so that is the only concern.
All right. No worries, just
Good evening,
a few,
everyone.
yeah, just a few seconds if you could spare.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good
Good
evening,
evening,
sir.
sir.
Good evening.
Good
It was
evening,
Uh,
nice
sir.
having you on here. Indeed, it was a very good and very deep discussion about AI, whether it is good or bad. Good and bad are very small terms, I can tell you. Indeed, but gives a lot of different laws, a lot of definition, I can tell you. Indeed, a good or bad had a discussion for around 1.5 hours. So that is what I can tell you how it is all about. But still, you people were really with good knowledge of what AI is all about. Let me brief you two examples of AI, which I came to know recently. Mark Zuckerberg had two AI robots with him. Just for an information, I'm telling you people, because I thought someone could have mentioned this point. Uh, then, and it was a very helpful machine for him in his lifetime. Then suddenly, what happened? One fine day, the robot started questioning Mark Zuckerberg like a human being. And suddenly, what he did was he immediately stopped that AI machines and he just told the company that you have to throw them out because it would be very dangerous for each and every human in the coming days. And recently in Google also the same thing happened wherein AI started applying for leave in the mail like a human being, stating that I want a leave. Then suddenly everyone got shocked and they wanted to analyze what was going on. This is the second incident what happened recently, and they came to know that the AI machine is acting like a human, and there might be a chances of uh, mingling with human beings, and later on what happens, God knows. That is the reason again they also stopped the same thing. And if you think AI is a recent one, I can tell you in the 2000s we had a film called as Terminator, where Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the main role, where he has told about what AI could do to the whole world, because it was long back, I can tell you, around 20 years back. So you are there after 20 years. Now the age would be of yours around 15, 16 or 17. Before you could be born, the AI was there in picture. A lot of things, a lot of examples I can tell you like this. But indeed, I was really very happy listening to you people, what discussions you are doing around. And accordingly, you'll be judged with whatever you have spoken. Because when you speak in group discussion, you have to speak at the point. You speak only one time, but at a point, if you speak, then it would be really very good for you in the future coming days. Whenever you participate in any of the group discussions, you have to talk, you have to hit the target always, right at the point, or else it's going to be very difficult discussion. You're talking, you're questioning. Yes, there might be whatever the things coming around. If you hit the point, then you will win. And all the best for everyone. So let you have a great evening ahead. So take care, do well, all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those great words and examples. Indeed, it was a fruitful session wherein everybody could express their views related to it, artificial intelligence or AI that we call in short. And it was indeed a session wherein people have come up with various examples and scenarios to talk about and to explain their viewpoints. Thank you so much for all your enthusiastic participation here. Do subscribe our channel. We will be announcing the results soon. It is 50% on the voting and 50% on the jury. So do comment and subscribe so that everybody gets a chance and equal right to be the winner. Thank you so much for the evening. Have a very nice day, everyone.